I'm super excited to share with you our story. Let me share screen. All right, walking us through this. Okay, so you should be able to see the screen full screen here in 1 sec. All right, you guys see that all right? So, our passion is in unlocking human potential, helping you to be the best version of yourself. And, I look at our sales channel in the direct sales world, and I feel like our sales channel is in chaos. And I feel like, honestly, my friends, I feel like our country is a little bit in chaos. There's like an underneath, feeling where I feel like we need a return to value and principle-based leadership where we can really serve people at a super high level. So we wanted to create a brand that really could help do that. And so we're launching this company. You heard Bob Finnegan talk about Make Wellness, where we could make magic happen and make health smarter and make communities thrive and make better leaders and make minds sharper. One way I think about this is our vision's not just to help you make wellness in your health and wellness, but I want to see if we can help make wellness in your financial situation, help you make wellness in your home, help you to make wellness in your courage and in your confidence and in every of the key areas of your life. Our story is built on two things. It's built on science and it's built on nature. You'll hear some of the latest scientific breakthroughs that are happening in labs over the world. And then on nature, Mother Nature is the ultimate biochemist. Her soil, her plants, her water and the elements and family and joy and authenticity. We put together an amazing team. Truman talks about it a lot. You heard him reference it tonight. No jerks allowed, my friends. Policy number one. You know what I'm saying? It's like life's not about where you go. It's about who you go with. You want to go with some good people. Number two is we have a team of people that have been there and done that at the highest level. You heard from a few of them tonight. Alan and a bunch of the other folks that are on our team kind of behind the scenes. Our CEO will announce at our first event in November. He's finishing some contractual obligations with his former employer. He's off the charts. We just have an incredible group of people coming together to help make this vision a reality. That leads to the product platform. You've heard a little bit of it tonight, which is this idea of peptides. My friends, what you think you know about peptides, you may not know. Peptides are one way to think about it. If your DNA is the lock, peptides are the key. And Andrew Huberman, he's a Stanford professor. He's got a very famous podcast. He says peptides are the blend in between nutritional supplements and pharma. He said they're not drugs like pharma, but they're also more efficient than nutritional supplements. The challenge, though, with peptides is, they're synthetic chemical compounds from a lab. Most of them you have to inject, through a kind of like an insulin syringe. They're expensive and they're complex. You have to get blood tests and have a nurse and just kind of go through the whole thing. Where we said, man, there's got to be a way. What if they came from nature versus from a lab? What if they were ingestible? What if you could actually take them as a nutritional supplement, run them through the gut and still have the efficacy? What if they were affordable versus expensive? What if normal people like all of us, normal folks, not only the millionaires and the billionaires and all those kind of people, but everyone else could get access to them? And then what if they were easy and trusted? And that led to what our story. We've partnered with some of the very top research labs in the world. These are labs that are using artificial intelligence platforms, databases, these machine learning databases, to identify and to isolate and to do human clinical studies on peptides from nature. And so the idea is that Mother Nature is the ultimate biochemist. Her pharmacy is the natural world. And she somehow, as you would imagine, she somehow has this thing figured out. But until we had these databases, they couldn't explore it and figure it out. I'll give you a way to think about it. There's trillions of peptides in nature. So imagine there's trillions of keys, if you want to think of it that way. And then there's let's call it 700 different systems of the body. So there's 700 different locks. What these AI platforms do is they find which keys fit which locks, and so that you can also unlock these different DNA cell receptors. And so it's a really kind of exciting time because these AI platforms can do research that would have taken a human literally millions of years to figure out. So our story that we're taking to the world is bioactive precision peptides. We will be the very first bioactive precision peptide company in the world. I want to point something out. We're not the kind of company that just has peptides in the line. We are the bioactive precision peptide company. Just like Coca-Cola, I lived in the South and someone said, hey, would you like a Coke? And you say, sure, what kind? They say, would you like a Sprite, root beer, whatever? Coke owned the entire category, of colas. my friends, we're going to own the entire category of bioactive precision peptides. Even when competitors try and say, well, we have peptides and, we heard what you're doing, so we launched a peptide. It's one of 100 stories they're telling. It's the only story we're telling. So these are precision cell signaling peptide ingredients derived from nature. They're natural, not synthetic. They're already familiar with your body chemistry. They're ingested, not injected. You don't have to use needles. You can take them like a nutritional supplement or a beauty product. They're affordable, they're potent, and they're all have human clinicals. This story, this bioactive precision peptide story, this is the future of wellness. This is where it's all going. In fact, 15 years from now, if I said to you, hey, have you ever heard of peptides or bioactive peptides? You'd be like, come on, bro. Of course I have. My friends, it's very similar. If I said to you, hey, have you ever heard of antioxidants? You'd say, well, come on, bro. Of course I have. Well, Truman, who you met earlier, Truman and Nu Skin and their sales leaders 25 plus years ago went to the market and took the antioxidant story to the market and did tens of billions of dollars educating and mainstreaming that concept in the marketplace. If I asked you, have you ever heard of essential oils? You would say, of course I have, right? Well, essential oils came to market through the doTERRAs and the Young Livings and their sales leaders. They went to the market and commercialized and mainstreamed and popularized the essential oil story. My friends, we're going to go do tens of billions of dollars in revenue, mainstreaming and educating the population on bioactive precision peptides. One of the things that got me fired up about this idea, I'm the number one investor in the company. I'm the number one shareholder. For me, this is when I was like, I'm in. Let's freaking go do this thing. Is that what we're launching is not a product, it's a platform. So one of the challenges direct sales companies have, any of us that have watched direct sales, you'll know what I'm talking about. We have a little bit of a pop and drop phenomenon where it's like you have a little weight loss company, super hot, story's hot, and then 3 months later you don't hear about them anymore. You have a skincare company, super hot, and the story fades. Well, what happens is they try and stay, innovative by the weight loss company launching skincare, the skincare company launching weight loss. It's just like the record scratches. There's no duplication. There's no synergy in the story. Imagine we go write the biggest story, ever told, build the biggest sales team telling this bioactive precision peptide story platform. And then we have sleep, energy, stress, weight loss, beauty, longevity, hair care, all of these different product verticals that we can go build off of the same platform. So it's a platform that I think has the potential, the upside economic potential to do tens of billions of dollars in revenue. That to me keeps our opportunity relevant, keeps us in the marketplace 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 25 years from now, because we can affect all of the different human systems with precision. Now, I'm going to just touch on a couple of our products real quick. I won't go through all of them in detail. We have 6 products that we're launching this fall, but I'm going to share with you 4 of the 6 real quick. So the first one is Fit. Alan's actually on Thursday night at 6 p.m. Mountain, which is 8 Eastern, on this exact same line you're on right now, same link. Alan's going to do an in-depth training on Fit. He'll kind of walk you through, the power of this product. One of the reasons I love this product, I think it's one of the reasons Alan and I both share a lot of passion on this, is it helps you to both build and maintain your lean muscle mass. My friends, here's what I want you to know. You don't have to be a bodybuilder or a CrossFit champion to care about muscle mass. In fact, it's the ultimate anti-aging elixir. It's what keeps us young, is to have muscle mass. Now, this product will help you with your recovery as well. It's a stick pack that you'll drink first thing in the morning. It tastes amazing, and it's going to help you to be fit, and it's going to help you to be active. So you can go live an active, fit, fun, faith-filled life where you're not, withering away on yourself. Okay, number 2 is, I'm so fired up about this product with Lean. So here's, by the way, all of our names. So Bob Finnegan, you guys met earlier. Bob Finnegan, his naming convention, which I thought was so genius, is what he calls I am statements. So like, I am fit, I am lean, I am energized, I am hydrated, I am focused, I am calm. How cool is that? It's just like, it's almost this like self-affirmation, in a way you're like, I am lean, let's go. By the way, let me ask this question. How many of you know people that are just absolutely refuse to be fit, lean, energized, and focused? I mean, is there any of us know that don't want to be fit, lean, energized, and focused? I mean, sign me up for all 4 of those, right? So how many of you have heard of Ozempic? So Ozempic, as you know, was a peptide that pharma used to help regulate with diabetes. People started losing so much weight that they commercialized semaglutide. Some of you have heard of that as well. The challenge folks are having with Ozempic, one of the challenges, is that about 40% of the weight that they're losing is coming from muscle. And like we talked about, you do not want to lose your muscle. Alan will, explain all the science behind that, but it's so important. From the clinical studies on lean, 100% of the weight folks are losing is from fat, specifically from the trunk area, 65% from the trunk through the DEXA scans, 2 inches off the midsection. This product, it comes in a little capsule and is a product that will actually help to regulate your ghrelin and your leptin, which is your hormone for your hunger and satiety. I'm really excited for you guys to try lean. Focused, God, what an interesting product. So Focused actually is going to help enhance concentration, memory, while decreasing brain fog and brain fatigue. It improves your cerebral circulation. So basically what that means is it helps you with more oxygen and more blood flow to your brain. And this product will also help you with your memory and attention. It has some ingredients. It increases brain-derived neurotropic, BDNF, which this one also helps with the blue light. And then the other product I want to share with you quickly is Energized. So this one is a clean energy, both mentally and physically. It increases your serotonin and dopamine levels to increase energy. It supports the adrenal gland function. It has a slow, slow release caffeine. So it's not a spike of caffeine. It's a slow release that will release throughout the day. It's a natural source from coffee berry, and it helps to increase alertness, reduce fatigue, and enhance physical performance by stimulating the central nervous system. From a packaging perspective, Bob's going to do some fun stuff. In fact, in that original founders box that we're putting together for the folks that during this pre-launch team, for all of you, for that very first purchase, kind of that initial purchase, we're going to do a really fun thing that you can use for your unboxing. You know what I'm saying? Like on social, when you first get that first order that you place in October, we're going to do some really cool stuff to make it where you're like, OMG, you're like waiting for your FedEx guy to hit the doorstep, A model that disrupts. Here's what I want to share with you, my friends. Listen, 12 years ago, Bob actually, 12 years ago in 8 days, so when I met Bob Finnegan the first time, we sat in a room, there's a couple of us, and we did a transformation project where we really said, how do you create the next generation of direct sales? I wasn't trying to create a better version of 12 years ago. We were trying to create the version where it's all headed. And what I want you to know is I'm not done. I'm not done disrupting. I'm not done, paving the way for where we all can go. We're going to go launch the business model of 2040, and 2024. We're going to go launch the model that everyone goes and chases over the next 15 years. That starts with comp. So here's what I want to share with you on comp. I think our compensation plans in direct sales are too complex. And so what happens is we all only can talk to each other. It's like you call your friend, hey buddy, what's up? Hey, does your company suck? Well, sort of. Well, mine sucks less than yours, so come over to mine. We should come do mine. That model is not awesome. We're never going to attract the next generation of the modern affiliate and the modern networker unless we learn how to talk their language. I think most of us get our commission checks and we look at it and we think to ourselves, I sure hope the company calculated this properly because I actually have no clue how this comp plan works. And with this, there's a normal and natural progression. So most MLM comp plans, it's like, hey buddy, do I do on the left leg, the right leg? How many legs do we need here? Do we need 3 legs, 9 legs, 6 legs? It's just weird, my friends. We don't talk normal people's language. And therefore, we don't attract them. We just kind of attract each other. The other thing that happens is a max leg requirement. You have to have 60% of your volume from this one leg, and if you don't, you don't get paid. With this, there's a normal and natural progression from the affiliate side as you're getting your customers to a 1-level affiliate override, just a 1-level affiliate plan, to the back end where you start getting a generational pay, to the back end where you can receive up to 5% override on everything that your team sells, in the entire organization, as another one of your bonuses. Also, all the MLM, lingo and acronyms. I tease networkers. We stand in the hallway of the hotel after the meeting, and we say to each other, yeah, I lost my leg. And the worker says, oh my gosh, are you okay? And we say, listen, it happens all the time. Don't even worry about it, okay? So we have this weird language that we do in direct sales. I think that our CV and our OP, you sell $100, and then you get 60 points. It's like going to the arcade and you take your hard-earned dollar in, you turn it into the token thing. You sucks your dollar in and spits out 4 tokens. You go to 7-Eleven and they don't spend the tokens very well. It's just, they're not worth $1. And so we're building it to where if you sell $100 worth of product, you get your commission's based on $100. Just like if you sell a $100 J. Crew blouse, your commission's based on $100, right? It's not the weird MLM conversion of the CV and the OP and the QV and the MP and the, oh my goodness, all the stuff we talk about. And then it's a plan that's built not only for today, but my friends, we're going to go lead the future. We're going to go forge the future of direct sales. We're going to be the model that everyone goes and chases. Now, this is a little bit of vision, Bob's swag. Wait till you see where he's going with swag. But our systems are going to be off the charts. Here's what I want you to know about systems. James Clear wrote Atomic Habits. He says, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And we are building an all app-based system. We have done for you content to help you with your social. We have AI assistants in there to help you with your social and make it easy for you to get your customers with the shareable cards. Our leadership platform, my friends, our goal is to change your life, and that leads to our culture and community. Here's what I want you to know. The reason I'm doing this is because my passion is to help you to be the one you were born to be. Now, if you think about the last 12 generations of your heritage, so your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, if you go up 12 generations, it was 4,094 people. 4,094 people from around the world came together to create you. You are the one. You're the one these folks lived for, bled for, cried for, died for, gave everything they had for was for you to have this moment. You are the one, my friend. And so my passion is to help you step into who you really are. You're the one for your heritage. You're the one for your family. When we do that, as we do that together, when you step into that, and you say, you know what, I'm going to make decisions to be the one I was born to be. What happens is we start to build great moms and great dads. We start building great moms and great dads. Guess what happens? We start building really strong homes. We start securing the four walls within your own home, get our house in order, not only just financially, but get our house in order in all these kind of key areas. Go take care of our own home. When we do that, that's how we start strengthening our community. We start building the next generation of our leaders in our community, our firefighters, our school teachers, our police officers, our folks who are in our churches and our charities, our entrepreneurs, our employees, our people that are future senators and congressmen and women, the folks that represent us in our local community. That's how we're going to go strengthen the country. And my friends, I'm 43. So I'll share this. I got enough gray hair to have a little bit of wisdom and experience. And I got enough fire left in me to go make a huge dent in the world. And I think our country needs us more than any time I've ever seen it. We need value and principle-based leadership revolution to then go change the country and ultimately go change the world. Just to wrap, I'll share this last story with you. John Maxwell wrote my book, the foreword for my book, Be the One. And I was in Costa Rica with him and a small group of us. One of the people there was a woman named Barbara, who was his former assistant from 40 years earlier. She was his assistant when he was a 27-year-old young pastor. And she gave him a book when she and her husband moved across the country. The book was titled The Greatest Story Ever Told. And he opens up the book. He's excited to read it. There's no words. The pages are all blank. And he says, Barbara, he goes, there's no words to this book. She goes, John, turn to the first page. So he turns to the first page and let me stop screen. She says, she'd handwritten him a note. The note says, John, your life is before you. You go fill this book with kind words, good deeds, and matters of the heart. And you go write the greatest story ever told. So over the next 3 days, he writes down 3 vision statements. I want to share them with you because I think as we're launching Make Wellness, they can give us some clarity on what we're going to go do with the world. Number 1, I want to make a difference. My friends, what a simple statement, but think about how much clarity that gives what you want to do with your life and do with your time. Second thing he writes is with people that want to make a difference. Think how much clarity that gives you of who you want to hang out with. And then third thing he writes is doing something that makes a difference. My friends, God willing, I get the next 30, 40 years of my career. I want to make a difference with people that want to make a difference, doing something that makes a difference. I want to go change the freaking world together. Where when we're all on our deathbed, yes, they say we're good moms. Yes, they say we're good dads, good husbands, good members of our family and society. But they also say, you know what? Those guys made a dent. They made a dent in the world. The world's a better place because they live. Like our country has more value and principle-based leadership. Like they help change the next generation of leaders in this country. We're going to do great things together. And we're going to be a force for good in the world. We're going to serve people at a really high level. And we're going to add a ton of value to people, both in their wellness. We're going to help them make wellness in their health and wellness. We're going to help them make wellness in their financial situations. We're going to help them make wellness in their homes, having more emotional maturity, more strength, more tools, more frameworks to really raise great kids. We're going to go do some great work. So Truman, Bob, Alan, and really to all of you, most importantly, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. We respect you guys. And